Hi guys, I know I haven't been really that active in terms of like YouTube stuff. I just want to make a quick update right now, you know. So the reason I haven't really been uploading that much, like it does include me like having no idea what videos should I make, and the place that I'm staying, aka my aunt's house, doesn't really have any Wi-Fi at all right now. And also the fact that I still have homework to do, school stuff, and also about my light novel. I still can't figure out my contract. It has been stuck here since those guys contacted me and thinking that they can like pay me to put it on their website, but like their company is so sketchy that I need to take a hold for like it's been months now and they still haven't really replied yet. But basically, I just told them like what's going on with my situation right now and asked them were they fine with it. Like they haven't still replied. I've sent an email for like free, like I'm still waiting for like 3 days, I suppose. And also the fact that I actually almost died. Yeah. Okay, let me explain. I'm tough to explain, honestly. So, as you know, I'm currently living in the UK. Yes. So there's this thing called like Duke of Edinburgh. Now, what you guys don't may know is basically like what you do is like throughout the years you do a ton of stuff like sports, your skills. I chose drawing. You can do many stuff like there are basically several requirements that you can meet, and then like you get something from it, and then which kind of helps you get into universities and stuff. Yeah, I'm aiming for getting into universities. I'm literally doing A levels right now. Um, and one of the key things that they do is called expeditions. Now, which is basically you have to go somewhere, somewhere really far, somewhere in the wilderness, and walk like for 3 or 4 days or something like that. Like 4 days, 3 nights. So basically, you need to sleep in a tent for like 3 days with your groups and stuff like that. Before we set, I was like in North Wales near the town of Lamprey. Basically, the town name was a really long name. Somewhere near, the zoo. Let you know where I was, I suppose. So, what happens is, before we go, I know my group isn't going well. For some reason, in the entire group, I'm the most experienced in terms of wilderness things, like in terms of dealing with the wild and stuff. Keep in mind, by the way, I'm just a fucking weeb. It doesn't really sound right, A weeb actually got the most experience out of the group. Well, to be fair, I have to put some context. I used to be a Boy Scout. I learned a few things, a thing or two, that actually is helpful, I would say. But yeah, those other guys are really not that experienced, actually. So, that's what I want to say. So, it took me a while, like around 9 hours or so, just to get to Northern Wales on a trip. And then we set up camp, buy some food and stuff, for a day. I thought everything was going smoothly, what we plan on, because like we need to go so far just to have camp, is that so that we basically didn't really walk for the first day. So basically, during the first day is just chill. My friends went to a kebab shop, eat some stuff, and just go to the camp, build it, have a sleep there, kind of thing. Now, the problem starts like literally from the first day. I would say is that I don't mind raining actually, but the problem is that this is the UK. It's gotta be cold, right? It's cold. But an even more problematic thing is that the rain is large, so basically it's just kept on raining and stuff, and I just can't sleep in the tents because there are 2 other people with me. Which is basically a mess, but it's the first night, it's fine probably. I thought things were better, but guess what, I was kind of wrong. Alright, so basically we wake up early. Still raining, by the way. With a ton of mud in the camp. But like, not the most mud I've seen. I've seen worse conditions. Like, I thought, you know, we'll probably get over it, like, pretty quickly. But always, like, during the breakfast, it's still raining. We're basically cooking in the rain at this point. But it's still fine. Like, after our breakfast, the rain doesn't stop, and we go on. Now, at first, we're just walking through the roads, walking through the plains, you know, nothing much happening. We're just walking through a lot of grass until, for some reason, our leader decided to, like, pick up a route that leads us to a huge mountain. It took us hours just to get, like, over the slope. It's tough, basically. And in the middle, I think there are a few of us that hasn't really prepared that well, not only, like, in terms of gear, their physical isn't that great. Like, you know, I'm kind of a shut-in. I have to admit, I'm kind of shut-in, and also a weeb, as you can tell. So, somewhat a weeb, you know, a guy who do maps a lot, play video games a lot, draw in their home a lot. But, man, I thought I was the weakest guy in the whole school, like, from everyone. I thought I was gonna get fucked or something because of how weak I am. It turns out I was wrong. There are people who are worse prepared than me. And actually, not gonna lie, one of my teammates actually helped carry a tent from another group because they can't carry their own gear. I can barely carry mine, and somehow there's someone. I thought I was the weakest guy there. But I guess I was wrong. You know, someone can't literally carry themselves. And some of the guys already start platforming their legs, I would say, so they aren't really able to climb up the mountain. And also, by the way, after the mountain, with rain and snow and huge winds, by the way, we still have to go down the mountain just to get to the campsite, near a sort of a lake kind of thing. The good thing is that the leaders already told us that this is gonna be the worst hike for the whole journey, so it's gonna be fine. That's what I thought. That things will actually go better now, but it didn't. So what happens is during that, again, I cook in the rain, cook some rice for myself. Not a great plan. I have to admit, I brought a bit too much food and brought some food that are too heavy, like rice. I should have done that. I have to admit. Like, I think one of the problems is that, like, firstly, we put our tents on the slope, so basically when we sleep, we basically went tight together because my rug in the tent just keeps sliding down when I sleep. It's just unfortunate. We just went a bit stupid on that day, and also like the rain and the wind. I haven't seen winds like these before, honestly. As I always told the entire group, like, the reason I have a really bad feeling about this is, like, I've, like, camped and hiked in rainy conditions before. I've done this in windy conditions before. I've done this in cold conditions before, but not all 3 at once. It's basically just 3 really bad conditions coming together all at once for no reason. That's Wales for you, I suppose. And it's oddly cold that day for some reason, because I don't know what happens going to prison that few days. Yeah, even at the end, like, my leaders kind of admit that it was one of the worst conditions, so they expect some of us can't really make it, blah blah blah. And the second day, it doesn't really go that well. I lost my gloves, you know, and also they're wet anyway, so I don't care. And raining, basically, it's always raining, like, and I just can't sleep all night because, like, those rains and those tough conditions made me thought I was gonna die. but then I've been really close to them because some miscommunication made me got away from a group, I suppose, and did a hike on my own. I thought I was trying to catch up to the guys, tell them that to help us or something, but it didn't work, and it's just a huge mess that could end my life in some way or another. It's a mess, I would say. I know I've did something wrong, but I've to admit I panicked. It's so bad that I've panicked, lost my senses, did things that I shouldn't do. But yeah, at least I went near people, I suppose. But you know, so basically the teachers decided to instead of let us continue to hike because of those bad conditions. They basically just drive us to the campsite, I suppose. I thought it was just, 1 or 2 bad days. Nothing much happened, I did something wrong, I gotta admit. But then, because of reasons, we decided to have a different arrangement of groups between us. Basically, some people went to the other group and some other group went to us, kind of thing. But the problem is there are 2 guys that went to our group and one of the girls in our group. We aren't really a large group. We're just 4 groups of Asian people, I suppose. What happens is we got someone who can't, for the last journey, we got someone who can't really carry their own stuff, and also a guy who has problem in their legs during the hike. So basically our group was fucked from the beginning, I suppose. I mean, for the 3rd day of the hike, the 3rd hike, I suppose. I thought it was gonna be a half day, even though it was raining, there's huge winds and stuff. I tried to keep things positive, but it didn't work out. We got lost in the end. We have to go back to where we were, and again, the teachers decided to, drive us to the actual finishing points. In the end, with a ton of shame, I suppose. And they start arguing with each other. I tried to stop them, but I can't do much about it. I can't, and also can't really help. At least the guy who was saying that, hey, he was literally carrying people, babysitting everyone, blah blah blah. That's what he said, anyways. He thinks I'm fine, He thinks I can do it on my own, but I still kind of feel sad that I can't help. And also, it's so bad that I thought I was gonna die. So yeah, I think I did make a few pictures out of it. 2 nice pictures if you can take a look about it, I suppose. It's still on my phone, But yeah, I feel that was the worst experience I ever had, I suppose. Quite unexpected. I thought I was gonna die. Unironically. but hey, at least they're still seeing me in my videos, I suppose. Which is a good thing. So yeah. Unfortunately, I just want to say that I won't be having Wi-Fi at this time soon, so there will be no streams because I'm staying in my aunt's place. And also, I have other work to do. I just still need time to make sense of the situation that I had. And yeah, I suppose. So yeah, I guess I'll say stay safe, and have fun, I suppose. Yeah, stay safe. Yeah. So I'll see you next time. Bye.